What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Unreal Engine 5 game development live stream. Well, we're working back in our gas course project, an action RPG built from scratch using Unreal Engine 5, the gameplay ability system plugin, Blueprint C++, all that good stuff. So again, for like the longest time, we've been working with our health component, trying to get our view model to replicate for both players and for AI. And I've been hitting a wall. Like, I was able to get something to work last time, but then I realized it wasn't working with multiple NPCs on screen. And I think the problem that I am facing currently, is that I'm using like a global view model. So I'm setting a global view model for all NPCs, and I'm adjusting that one, where I think it should be more of a local view model. So I gotta figure out how to set that up and how to pass the data in correctly, because when we have our NPC base, for example, we have a create NPC wealth, like NPC health, and this is where we have our view model, right? And we can look at the view model, and we have it set as global view model collection, but I feel like we need to have, I guess, manual or create instance. So I'm going to try create instance, and I'm going to create a setter function. Now I should get something for this where it's like set health view model, something like that. And this is the view model that I would need to become. So I want to try doing that and seeing if that will work. I just don't know how to create. I guess I have to just construct it within the health component and pass it through. So I'm gonna try that. Let's just see what happens. And just for the sake of consistency and making sure I know what I'm doing is working, I'm going to where's my AS health? We have this initter, so initialization for things like health. I'm gonna set max health to 50 and max health to 75. So current health 50, max 75. So that when I set the health bar, we'll see the values and not just 100 like the health bar suggests in construction. So let's see if this will work. So I need to, let's first create a new dispatcher. So new on health view model registered. And I want it to pass along the GAC health view model. I should be able to say like health, right? Yeah, UVM health, an object, for example. And we'll say health view model. Now let's we got to, I think I got to create object. So construct object from class, and then health. And I don't know what I need to be doing here. So like add view model instance, and make, because I don't know kind of what I need to pass along, because like there's the create instance. A new instance of the view model will be created when the widget is created. So I don't know how I should be doing that. But let's just say we do something like this. And because like find view model instance, like I feel like it's gonna return a bunch of different ones, because like it's gonna have this kind of same context. So what happens, like, so I have view model collection and then view, so find versus view model of type, but like I wonder if it's enough for me to say like, call it like this and just kind of pass it. And then on NPC base, we have the health component, assign So new on health view mode, right? For some reason that's not compiling. Oh, I think I know why. No, it's the blueprint one. Interesting. Okay, so we have this. So I wonder what happens if I pass in something like that. So yeah, it gets 0. Which makes sense just because I'm not passing in any kind of context. And I'm also not setting any kind of values on it. So let me save this as a variable. So let's see NPC Health view model. And then let me say set current health. Let's just make a float. We'll say 30. Does that do anything? It does. But see, again, they're both 30. So I'm wondering what happens if... So let me... Just for the sake of testing stuff brute forcefully, I might add. So get owning, or get owner, and then weight attribute changed. Say current health, and then we'll say this, right? Does this get reflected on both? Okay, it doesn't. That's very good. So I wonder how I can make that work more robustly. And I guess let's figure out the order here. So we have begin play. We're constructing the object. And then we do this. I don't want to say it's registered just yet. I want to add the view model instance. Like that. Then I want to call... Did I delete that? Then I want to call this. And again, so now that doesn't work. So does order actually matter? So I called this, and then I called this. Oh no, I forgot to also call this. I gotta initialize it in some way, right? This should be fine. And then if I were to do something like that, they're working now independently of each other, which is nice. So I gotta figure out really how to do this for the player as well. Because I don't, for the player, I do things a little bit differently. I believe it's in the player controller. What do I do for the player actually? Okay, let's, because right now if I do this, it is okay for the player right now, I think. So we just gotta think about this for a second. Let's do this in code. So we do begin play, right? Let's exit out. I need a new cast delegate here. So I want to say declare underscore dynamic delegate 1 param. So F on health view model instantiated, I suppose. And then I want to do new thing like health. I don't know if that has to be a pointer. Health view model. I think that's okay. And then I have to declare this as well. Those are F delegates. Where did I put this? Here you go. Then we do this name. So on health view, whoops, view model instantiated. I'm not sure why this is wrong. So it was only allowed on multicast delegate. So I did the wrong kind of delegate. Yes, I did. Like that should be more forgiving there. Awesome. So now I should be able to, so here we don't want to do global view model collection, do we? Because maybe now I can do, so like health view model instantiated dot broadcast and then health view model. Let's see if I can compile that. Because now I have to figure out how do I hook this in to my player's health bar as well. That's gonna be a tricky one. But at least we compiled. You know what I don't get about Rider? Man, like all these things are updating like crazy. Like every single time I do a stream, I have to update something, you know? Kind of ridiculous. A ridiculous. But you know, that's just how it is. So now I should be able, there's probably gonna be a compile error or something different is gonna be in the NPC base. Because we have that new, we have this new registered delegate. So we have to update it actually. The NPC base, we have these two things, but I wanna take this one. So we wanna take instantiated. Like that. Maybe I don't need it like that because it's in the create. So return value is already, you don't need to create widget. Well, of course I need to create the widget, right? Let's see what happens. So we do have 50 out of 75. But now these, so now we don't have that working. But I think it's because we don't actually make calls to do that. Because we have initialized health attributes, right? On rep, on that stuff. Then there's monitor attribute changes. So let's try this as well. And compile that. Because I'm curious, again, if it will properly reflect the individual actors' settings and stuff like that. Because again, like what I think the problem was is I was creating a global view model, registering just one global view model, and then updating that same view model. So they were sharing the data. Whereas I think if I'm instantiating and creating a manual one for each thing, it's an independent view model for each enemy. I hope. That's the goal. So we'll see if that works. So let's just make sure everything is kosher still. Whoops. So I don't like this warning. I don't understand why it does it, but whatever. So let's just see. So my health is working. Yes. Still working on an individual level. So that's good. And that is also working. But yeah, now for clients, that part doesn't work. But it's saying access none as WP NPC Health, create widget. So if something fails, but okay. We're getting closer. I'm telling you, people. So like I'm gonna say is valid here. That is valid here. I'm just curious if we get runtime warnings or errors. Again, yes, we do. So access none, trying to read property. So this create widget, right? Okay, so maybe is it because I'm calling this like, let me switch authority real quick. I'm assuming these things won't show now. Yeah, they don't. And we still get the problem. I'm curious what that means really. So can I say create widget, class health, does this still give me a warning? It does. Like, I don't understand. Return value is already a WNPC Health. You don't need create like widget. Like, does it give me a problem if I just do this? Yes. What does this warning mean? Is it like owning players a problem? No. Why does it say I don't need create widget? That's like the most confusing note I've ever seen. Okay, so we still got this working. I need to fix this blueprint runtime error. So I'm just gonna do, just to see what's going on, I'm just gonna dump that. Oops. Add breakpoint. Okay. So if this fails, I'm guessing this fails again as well. So is it a matter of how, because we're broadcasting it like here. So initialize a view model. I'll be right back. All right, my bad for that. Okay. So we're seeing, for one reason or another, this failing. And I don't understand why. Like, this note is just bothering me, for one. Two, yeah, I don't know. Can I do something like, let's just check custom event, blah, run on owning client. We need a health view model. And then we want to call blah. I'm curious if that makes a difference. No. If I do run server. No, still a problem. Like, is it because, like, can I do, instead of create setter function? Okay, so that makes it a little better. But now I have no way of really binding that. So generate a public setter for this view model. So I'm gonna do manual. But yeah, that's why is that? So return value is already a WPE NPC Health. You don't need to create widget. What does that morning mean? All right, let's do create instance. I'm gonna just create getter function. Then I'm gonna do manual like that. But it's just confusing because, like, you know, everything looks fine, but then I get these runtime errors. Access none. Like, how am I supposed to, like, can I do construct object from class and do NPC Health? I'm curious if that's any different. Still a warning. I'm assuming this is not going to work either, so yeah. Like, am I able to, let's say I want to create here, so health. It's fine here, and then I plug this. Still fine. I plug this in. Still fine. Plug in a view model. Problem. So what if I do something like set health like this? Is this also problematic, I wonder? good, but still runtime. Am I able to say like is valid? Or can I say like is valid from here? Well, you know. Oh, I didn't set the widget. Let's see. Okay. Now the warnings are gone. So that's good. These are still working on an individual level, but now, you know, the client side isn't really working. What happens if I go to listen server and do 2 players? Do we have anything replicated? Yeah, so only the client stuff is not working. But I'm also wondering why I might not need to... I feel like I would still need to instantiate correctly the thing for the player's health. Because the player's health is using this global view model, and I don't know if I should be doing that. I'm curious if I can get away with something like, so let me just do a list, because again, if on listen server, it seems to be working fine. Like you see, I'm losing health when I'm pressing enter. So I wonder if I can get away with doing player, character, elf male, grabbing this, no, this health component, instantiated. Like, am I able to, you know, get widget, get all widgets of class? Let's see, health. Let me get a copy. See, this is not the best way. I'm just gonna verify. So let me get player health. Instead of it being a global view model, I'm gonna do manual. So now it shouldn't work, right? We got text block, it's empty. Now inside of my character, if I were to say set health view model to this, okay, so still doesn't work. So top level only, probably not what we want. Okay, still a problem. So if I were to say, because again, we initiate the player controller. We have the main game UI thing, right? Let me check here for a sec. So get all widgets of class, that just doesn't work. So get widget. Yeah, I'm curious what would be the best way. Am I able to say like get controller cast to gas course? This one, for example. Let me just brute force some sort of event here. Grant view model. It's gonna need a health view model. Then we're gonna take this is valid. Get health, set health, like that. Just pass that along. Set, or is it just health? What did I name this? Grant view model. Pass that along. Does that grant things correctly? No. Now, is it because... yeah, no. So this is the view model name. Inside of the player. Is it because it's... I gotta change it to that? No. Decent attempt. Let me do this. So we do get here. Okay, so by this time, grant view model is not valid. So if I were to just delay this by a second, so now it's like a race condition, which are always fun, right? Oh, cheap viewers, huh? Much appreciated. A band. Don't need that. And now that works. So it is a race condition here. Which I don't like. So now I gotta figure out like the order of things if I wanted to make it not a global. Because this, like, this seems to get called before this is valid, right? So am I able to say something along the lines? What are the default events I can override? So pawn possess changed. I guess it's gonna be like on possess, right? Oh, that's the wrong on this one. So on possess new controller, right? Because I feel like I should promote this to that, and then I should cast to gas course player character. Grant. Did I delete this event? I did. Ah, gosh. Custom event, grant view model, health view model. Do this. Probably also do this is valid. Then, no, not the health view model. Then we gotta do get health, set health, bing, bang, boom. And then grant view model. I'm curious if this will be in time. No, it's not. And we got a crash. Why? Maybe I just gotta be like, if return false. I also wonder if I need to make this so like let's just do that. Let's not worry about that. Whenever we get a crash, it's always confusing, but you know, that's how we do. But we are making good progress, I think. I just gotta figure out when best to do this, because like, again, we have gas course player character, right? We have create HUD, and then we have register view models. Register view models eventually gets to this, which then calls this. So it's weird. Like do I need to first? I guess I have to register the view model first. And then like use a pointer for that in code. I don't know. Why? Okay. Why is this giving me a problem? So again, it's kind of a race condition. I hate that this opens this document window. So grant view model, I have to just, you know, not here, here. I have to delay it. Like every time I save this or compile it, why? That's kind of nasty. And every time I run, why? Okay, let's just assume so the check of the get capsule component is just causing this breakpoint every time I compile. That is so bizarre. All right, what I'm gonna do. So check out accessibility settings, whatever. Here's our elf mail. I'm gonna discard changes. And let's recompile here. And let's see if that addresses the breakpoint happening on compiling of the elf character. Okay, it does. Cool. But yeah, we gotta register all the health. We gotta reset up some of the health component stuff, which is fine. So let's get rid of some of this crap we don't need anymore. So health component, UI, game, player, health, grab the view model name. Cool. Now it should still be broken, which it is. So I'm wondering what's going to be the best place to do it. I am using both Blueprints and C++ with my game, with this project. Doing a lot of like easy scripting stuff in Blueprints, prototyping and stuff, and then trying to move it to C++. That's the ultimate goal. So I wonder. Why both? That's cool. It's just more of a, a learning thing, and it's also usually it's best practice to try to do as much C++ as you can, depending on the scope of your game and everything like that. It could help with the performance. With this game in specifics, this educational thing, it's probably not necessary, but it's good practice, and it helps me with my professional career, being able to communicate with programmers and kind of know what's going on in the engine, just a little bit. So yeah, we're trying to, again, find a good place to register our view model, for our player at least. So we have event, I know begin play is probably not the best place, but like in code, for example, we have, is there anything with health or view model? Yeah, there's register view models, which calls this eternally. So register view model, right? When we get the health component. So I wonder what's going to be like a good kind of order for this, because in the player controller, we have on create HUD. Also, do we have create HUD here? Whoops. No, is it in? Oh, this is gas course character. We want player character. Create HUD, right? We have player controller create HUD. And then we have register view models. So I wonder if it's enough to register view models. And just switching those around will beat the race condition or not. Because I still think we need to we still need to pass along the view model. But I think that it'll be a good litmus test just to check. We're gonna integrate this delegate event, and we'll put breakpoints on that delegate event versus the create HUD in the player controller just to see what gets called first. So we have our guest course player character, the elf male. We have this. So on view model, instantiated. Let's just call print, just so we can put a breakpoint, and then we can go into the player controller. We have create HUD, right? So ideally, the view model gets called first, based on our code. So register view model, then create HUD. So let's see what happens. So view model, create HUD. Okay. So what that can mean is What could that mean? So we know this will be valid. So can I say, for example, get health, set health, can I get pawn? Just for the sake of brute forcing stuff again. So assuming this will be valid, right? So that's fine. We got that, and we got that. So yeah, now we have the health of the player. Oh my god, I get this crash all the time. And it's on construct. Like, I wonder if it's like the transient package. But I feel like that should be fine. I gotta look up what that crash means, because it's happening pretty consistently. So yeah, we'll double check that in a couple minutes. We still have multiple problems to still figure out. Because I wonder if like the transient package is a problem or not. Let's see if we are still working when we're client. We are, but again, you know, the replication of our health being lost doesn't really work. So I wonder what that is. So yeah, we won't worry about the crash until we get it again. So we got the health component. We monitor health changes on server. We get to here. So I'm guessing this is like a potential problem. So we have this function, which should do that. So I wonder if I can literally, like, I wonder if that's enough. Because then it goes to the client, updates that thing, which updates things like that. Let's see. But yeah, I would need to have like a clear kind of path for, you know, okay, you know, we initialized the health view model. Go ahead now, you know, pass in information to the HUD or something. So, you know, that's being handled in Blueprint, which I guess it's okay. I just don't know if that's like the best way. All right, so let's see if we are, so yeah, we still don't see our health being updated. Let's put a breakpoint. So I'm gonna hit enter, and we do hit this breakpoint. And we do get here. And the data seems correct. And we have onrep here. So do we get to there? We do. Current health being 80. For some reason, it's just not appearing. So it's not actually server. That, well, I mean, that initializes, and then we have monitor health changes server. Also not really doing a server thing. Which calls this. So I wonder, is doing this again valid in any way? Let's see. Still nothing. Yeah, listen server, I think works still. So client doesn't work, server does. And like this client can attack and deal damage. But yeah. For some reason, from like a far distance, this doesn't look like the health was changing. Maybe it was just really small damage. So yeah, something be off. But I don't know what. So player character elf male. Could I do the BP version? Does that change anything? Let's go back to just client. No. Like this health, so the view model stuff should be valid, right? Let me just type that in. Do we get something? Just for the sake of clarity here, I'm just gonna delete those guys. I'm gonna say set current health. Just make a float, make it 20 or something. So health view model is not valid. So that might be something. Can I don't know, let's add a delay. 2 seconds. So 1, 2, yeah, still nothing. Interesting. So 1, 2. Okay, so it does do that, and then on client, it also does that. So it's weird that that's not reflected on the view model here. Now, no, it's not because anything is not replicated, right? Let's just start doing some let's do some random things. Let's check the player ability system, ability sets. Let's do the health attribute emitter. Let's set current health to 30. Do we still have this set? Is it going to be 30? It is going to be 30. So we know something is being set correctly initially. Let's, I guess, start this over again. So get view model, no, get model, no, get MVVM, game subsystem, get view model collection, add remodel instance. We're gonna, whoops, we're gonna create object. Health. Make view context. Now we're gonna do what? So registered. Call. No, instantiated. So that should do something. What's weird is that it works because I'm not setting any default value. Because it happens on, no, well, it happens on the registered thing. That makes sense that it's going to be like that, right? But now, okay, so I have to, for the sake of example, double checking my work for the billionth time, I might add, is, so basically I gotta just take out all this. Oof. But I promise you, we are making progress. So now, in theory, we should not see anything update for the view model on the client. Maybe for players and stuff, it should be a global view model. Just a guess. So yeah, we have nothing updated here now, which makes sense. So let's go into the health component. Let us now, let's just make this something, new var, fine. So now I should be able to say set current health. Make float, sure, 25. Set max. Set this to 45. Is this reflected? No. So let's come here. Okay. My player character. All right, so this is broken again, which I don't understand. So I feel like this doesn't get called. Okay, it does. It's weird that this doesn't work. Because I guess it's because this doesn't have anything. And I don't understand how this broke. And it seems to happen, it's not the first time either. Like, yeah, edit in C++, right? There's like... my character health component. Maybe it doesn't need to be written like that, with like null pointer. Let's just see. Because I don't understand why the component breaks like that. It loses all of its like default values. Fingers crossed that did something. Because yeah, doing all this back and forth is so irritating. Like I can't wait for the day I can say I'm done with this health component. You don't even know. I'm so pumped for it to be done eventually. Yeah, like it. See how like this has details? Why does this not have details? Like that is the most frustrating part. Can I say like on begin play instead at the moment? Like assign instance, I can't say, yeah, on view model. Instantiated. So does this get called? No. So this is not valid. For whatever reason. So in player character, let's see. It's not in player character that I do that, right? It's in gas course character. We have all this crap. I'm assuming this is going to give me problems. Where something just gets corrupted. And I'm not sure why. So if this doesn't work, we'll uncomment it. And we'll revert the elf mail again. Because like at this point it shouldn't show up. I don't think. Right? Yeah, it doesn't show. Now, let's try it again. Fingers crossed, y'all. Let's see what happens. Nope. Awesome. So let's get our elf character. Discard. Ah, I said cancel. Discard. Discard changes. Okay. There's probably going to be some compile warnings, errors, what have you, but that's fine. Let's go back. Now it's okay. Don't understand why, but whatever. So, instantiated. From the variable health P model. Now, if we go to, oh yeah, this is the player character. So VM player health. Why can't this be that? Thank you. All still good. Attribute set good. Do I get that? I have to fix the player controller, I think. Let's not worry about replicating or anything at the moment. This shouldn't work, but I should get the breakpoint, which I do. Which is better than where I was before. So now it should be able to get controller. Cast to BP, yeah, and then I can call grant view model, yeah. So this should give me something, right? Okay, we have that stuff. I don't know why that's being called. Let's nuke that all. Still good. So yeah, 2545, right? Totally intended. That's what we set here. So now if I get owner, weight attribute changed. Current health. Like that. Does this work? No. So now this is where we gotta start figuring something out, right? Because I think what needs to happen, do custom event, so monitor attribute. This needs to be on the server, reliable. Then we call monitor attribute. Let's see. Still no. Health component's still good though. So now I think let's just do a multicast real quick. So update health. Multicast, boom. Needs a float. We can just leave it as new param. Update health. New value. Pass that into here. So now that works. So now, how do I translate this into the C++, right? So in theory, I should still be able to add call to parent begin play. I should be able to now uncomment this out. So this should be server only. So reliable server. Let's get rid of all this middlemen. Change this to implementation. Let's see what happens, because then we have on-current attribute changed. We have this stuff, you know, we have the multicasting. This should, in theory, do something. So let's review the damage. So everything's still good, everything's still set. We should have some values here. 30 out of 100. And we were updating something. But yeah, my max health isn't being updated, right? So we have my emitter. No, max health is 30. I mean, sorry, max health is 100. If I make this 80, for example. So that seems like something's happening. So, and it's doing this. So I wonder, can I get away with this? Whoops, that's max health. We're gonna leave max health alone for a moment. And put this as, change that new value. Let's just see what happens. Okay. Did that make a difference? I don't know. Do what? I see like 2 like health bars essentially. What's happening? Does this happen on server as well? No. Like, to me, it seems like there's 2 health bars, and that's why I don't see the other one moving. Maybe... maybe it's because I'm doing it twice. Maybe I don't need to do that. Okay, so something changes when I did that. So let's go here. So the view model is good. View model is still good. But now, yeah, it's not changing anymore. But then... if I do this one... yeah, so this is where there seems to be a disconnect. So I wonder if I run on server. Yeah, so something strange is happening. So what gets handled first? Yeah, so we get that. And we get that. What if if I run on owning client, I don't do that. And then I do that. Yeah, still, for some reason, there's like 2 of them. So I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna remove this. And then I should get the right values. Yeah, but now they're not really updating. So if I go back to here, can I call monitor attributes and use my actual view model? Does that make a difference to what we're seeing? It gives us a crash, it seems. Why? What can we try? Because yeah, I don't know why that gives us a crash, honestly. Okay, now that's okay. So what's not replicated, I wonder? Like, because again, add to the global view model collection. So for the sake of checking one more time, let's global view model it. Player controller shouldn't have this anymore. So now it's no longer set correctly. So VM player health. VM player health. We add the view model to the collection. I would have thought that would have worked. Ugh. Another crash. So what could be the problem? Oh. So VM player health, global view model collection. All good. Nothing being done here. Does it work for the listen server? No. So what is not happening that should be happening? We initialize the view model. We create it, make the context, add view model instance to the global view model collection, right? VM player health. VM player health. Maybe I don't need to create a setter function. No. Dang it. What the heck? What do we get here? Yes. Then we do initialize attributes, right? So current, all that looks fine. But this is just not happening. Is it being registered too late now? Is it because I switched this order? Here, register. View models. Where's this being called? So on NPC base. So or is it in the player character? I need to flip it around. Probably. So create the HUD, then register the view model. Let's see what happens. Ugh. The struggle, it's so real, and it's something that's so simple, and I feel so stupid. Ugh. Let's see if we'll get it right this time, though. Because yeah, we're registering view models in a bunch of different places. Everything still seems set up correctly. What is the difference? Oh, and it crashed again. Wow, what's going on? We registered the health component. We initialized the view model. All hunky-dory, and we're setting it to the global view model collection. That all seems functional. I just don't understand why it's not reflecting on the HUD anymore. Now, if I were to do this, and I have my view model. If I were to do something like this, does that change anything? No. So new var is causing me a problem. We don't have that. So let me do a delay. Yeah, nothing. Like, this all seems valid though. What the heck? What the hell? Yeah, we have the view model. Is it too soon now? Like, what gets called first? This or this? This. So I feel like that's the problem. Like, this needs to be registered first. All right, let's see what gets called first. Do we get to here? Or do we get to here first? Create HUD first. So I think that's what the problem is. And then we get to there, right? So, like, definitely this order matters. Because, like, for a global view model, it needs to be registered first, from what I understand. But is it also a problem that we're server initialize attributes? This is not actually on the server. It just has the name. We're gonna have to update the naming of that once we get this all figured out. So, what gets called first? This or that? Okay, good. That gets called first. Then that gets called. But it's still wrong. Why is that? Like, we get it here, I assume, right? Current health is 0. Then it's 30. So why is this called twice? that's kind of what's suspicious. So is the register happening twice? No. Man. I'm assuming for client it's not going to work. No. Right? Before I end my stream today, I would like to, you know, figure this out. So what happens if I do that? And then new var for that. I'm playing listen server. No. So that just doesn't work. Oh, I'm so dumb. I was doing the wrong thing. Gosh. All right. So the global view model identifier has to be matching what is here. I was doing the wrong parameter there. So we got that. Does it work on client? Big question. No. Let's see what we can do there. Instead of doing that, let's do that. At least we managed to figure out what the problem was before the end of the stream. It was a stupid problem. But hopefully one we will never forget, because this has happened also a few times. Okay. Yeah, still no. But why? Now, is this because, like, now that this is server? Because there was a certain point we had this working for the player side, and then we had to fix the enemy side, and then we got the enemy side working, and then we decided to break the player side, and now we're here. Yeah, still no. Listen server should still be fine, yeah. Well, I did 3. I want to do 2. So my client can correctly deal damage to the server. But yeah, the server seemingly can't deal damage there. So what could be the problem? So I wonder, can I call monitor attributes? Let's look at the client only. Yeah, so that isn't doing anything. We do get to here, right? Yeah. So health view model. Like, it seems like it would work, right? So I guess it would, let's say run on owning client, for example. Maybe that's the problem? No. If we do run on server, I'm assuming, no. Nope. This component replicates, right? Yeah. And if we don't do anything, nothing. If we do directly in, nothing. What could be the problem, I wonder? Because yeah, we had this working at one point, so it's not out of the realm of possibility to get this to work again. So let's nuke that. Now, if I were to say, you know, begin play, make float, and then, I don't know, 5. Would that do anything? It would. But accessing view model is invalid. But setting it like that is fine. Do I have to like on owning client? No. We're just gonna do all different combinations of things. In order to get it to work. Like, I know we did some checks before. We did something like this. We casted to gas course character, stored that into a variable, did that. Then we said what is locally controlled branch. We said false, we did this way. And then we did one for owning client, I think. So update health the client. It's got to make it reliable. Do the same thing. Maybe I have to do like an is valid. And then we do update health client. That needs a thing. Does that make a difference for us? No. But why? Server. Incredibly frustrating. Does because I'm not using new var. Can I say, just for the sake of trying something, do replicated? Or, all right, let's try a couple things. So we'll say this is replicated. And then we use new var down here. Does that do anything? No. That's fine. Can I set current health? Oh yeah, I didn't plug that in. Good for me. So yeah, that doesn't work. Let's do that instead. Very good. Okay, so that works. Okay, so we know. Let's take out new var for a second. Put back view model. Does this work? No. What's the difference? So now if I set new var, this, then use new var, does it work? No. How is it literally just working? Oh, I'm rushing so much and I'm missing stuff so often. Let's see. Okay, so that works. Let's go to listen server. That works. Now let's see if we do two instances. Are they updating individually? Or is there a problem? That is individual. That is individual. So the concern is that health view model is not replicated, and that's why it's not working down here, maybe? Let's see. So we initialize view model. And then yeah, we do server health attributes. So I wonder. Okay, we only have a couple minutes left. Let's, for the sake of trying stuff, let's do reliable and server. Let's do the health view model. Replicated. Change this to implementation. Just do that. Oh, wait. I got to also, where's build cancel? I also have to add it to our replicated properties. What's the property called? Yeah, health view model. Why? Why can't you resolve that? Let's just try compiling that. I'm curious what the warning or error is going to be. Oh, I did the wrong thing here. Okay. Whoopsie. Okay. Did that make a difference? So let's go back to client. Yeah, that doesn't do it. That doesn't work. If I were to say this and then use health view model, does that work? No. Fun. Do we get to this? It's so weird that that should work. Does this not have to be replicated? No. Does that work? No. It's weird that it's not like, oh, maybe because it's not valid here. Yeah, like, why am I not getting to this breakpoint? Like, I should be locally controlled. Okay, so none of those breakpoints are actually happening. Now, is it because we're not running on server? Let's find out. So it's interesting. Can I? Set current health this way. Does that change anything? No. Dang. Now, if I just were to run this on local, we do get here, which makes sense. But yeah, nothing updates. So I don't know if it's an issue with the view model, because I really don't want to have to do anything in Blueprint. That's where my frustration is also coming from. But yeah, I'm gonna need to call it a night for tonight, I believe. It's been 2 hours, so we'll pick this up in the morning. Just to confirm, everything seems to be working on the listen server. If I were to now, let's just add NPCs real quick, some dummies. Those seem to be working individually. It's just getting the clients correct at this point. Is where we be stuck. Okay. So even on clients, it's broken. It's probably because the view model is replicated or something. So that sucks. Let's not replicate the view model. I just want to double check, and then I'm done, I promise. Did something break? No. Oops, what was that error that was up here? I don't get this one. It's not a legal override for component because it does not derive from the generated class, so that's weird. Okay, so now this is client, right? Yeah. We see those update correctly. It's just, yeah, it's just the client's health. And again, if we just set this, and then use new var. This should, in theory, work. If we didn't get a crash. Which, you know, with my luck is amazing. So yeah, here's our final check for the day. And then we'll come back some point during the weekend and try to fix this, because this is ugly. Like, we had it working at some point. Yeah, so now this works, right? And this works and this works. So I don't know what the difference is between this and doing this and doing, you know, other things. So we'll find out hopefully next week. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If there is anyone watching that isn't already following me here on Twitch, a follow would be much appreciated. Try to stream this as much as possible. We'll see what we can accomplish over the weekend. And we'll also jump back into our Project Echo, the Godot engine project. So if you're interested in that, make sure to follow for more. Have a good night, and I will see you soon.